Welcome back, and this is, I guess, the last video of this explosive part that we are going to make a sensor bomb. Like whenever a sensor bomb, how it's work. Basically, if you are near of that and it's basically get any vibe or hit, it's going to be automatically detect. Okay, or it's kind of like any player. So it's kind of like a most of us we can use this type of stuff in the multiplayer game, like any type of shooting or any strategy or tactical stuff. That if it is near, it's going to boom, really blast stuff. Okay, so I'm basically going to be copy the TNT one and just change the name to S bomb. So the S bomb will be represent as a kind of like a sensor bomb. So usually how we can do this sensor bomb is it's very easy. The first, let me just disable this breakpoint. Okay, the in the collisions that we usually checking that if it's overlapping with any bullets or not. Now we will be disable this one, and what we will do will be give something like a spare collisions, and the spare collision will be detect that how much radius it's going to be activate. Okay, kind of like it's now 200 float, so anything under, if you are near of that, it's going to be automatically blast. Okay, we can give kind of like a 300. I guess it will be a more sensible thing, and I'm going to change it to STNT. So it's a kind of like sensor TNT stuff version, so like this. And now if we are near of that, it's automatically going to be blast, boom. Okay, so what I'm going to do now for making that blast system is really very easy. Just spare call that even begin overlap cast to BP player. Okay, and if it's overlapping with BP player, it's directly going to be now call this thing without any TNT or scoring one. It automatically direct go to the call system. Okay, and then it will be just exposed and lifestone for 5 seconds, and it's going to be destroy himself. So that is the thing. Oh, also let me make the tags as a height 2. Oh, I'm not sure why is the breakpoint at. Okay, sorry. Okay, tags. Okay, cool. So now the bomb will be exposed whenever the sensor bomb will be work. It's kind of like whenever near of that, it's automatically going to be blast himself. Okay, and we can make one other system that like this, that if there's a one more bomb near of it, if it's under that collision and it's overlapping himself, it's going to destroy. It's going to be called that, and it's going to be destroy as well. So it's kind of like in here of it's all going to be exposed in a one time. So first let's try that one, and if then we'll work on that. So let's first try in the multiplayer, then we'll be try in the single player mode as well. So I'm using the Unreal Engine 1. To be honest, I typically don't like this thing because I don't have trust on that, because sometimes it doesn't give a proper accurate value. So that's why I still hit that, but let's try. Okay, so it's not good. Also, yeah, sorry to say that there we also need to make kind of like, if we are hitting that, it's going to be destroyed, but if you're near of that, boom. Okay, cool. So that's what I want. So okay, in multiplayer it's working, the replication even working properly, so it's good. Lastly, I want to that even it's hitting, to be honest, I want that too as well, like even it's hitting. So I'm so sorry that I removed that the capsule one, so I'm just let it get it back at here on the near of the bomb, like this. So if it's hitting with that, I'm so sorry, it should be with the default one, so like this. So if it's hitting with this, so it's going to be detect as well, and the code will be from the TNT. So a simple TNT code, others like this. Oh, but now because there's a difference has been come in the TNT variant, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to call a direct one, kind of like it by default is going to be work with this system, and for this one it just call a new that call hit 2, which is basically they're going to be called this one without checking this the number of one. So at here hit 2. Now this will be work like a dynamic, even with bleed can be work with the shooting one, even it's going to be work with a direct hit. Okay, kind of like a sensor bomb. So now we have the both kind of like a sensor bomb and this thing, and now I'm going to disable this thing and just check in the single player mode, and let's try how it's work at here as a single player. So if you're near of that, boom, it's going to be blast. If we fire it, and it's going to be also work. Let's try for this one fire. So if I fire on this one, okay, it doesn't work. Let's see why. So it's going to be called at the capsule. The capsule should be in overlap. Okay, it's on the overlap. Then it's casting the bullet. So we call the hit. TNT value is B3. I'm not sure that why it didn't work. So let me just take a print string, or if it's fail casting, let's try to paste something else, kind of like a 2-5 feet. So we can listen. Okay, it's failing something. I didn't get any print string yet. I guess the overlapping one doing some problem at here for this one. I guess I'm not sure, but I think that this the upper one doing some problem, creating problem for the capsule one. I'm not sure. I will check that as well. That what is the actual issue that it's not. Guess it's not detecting the bomb one. So otherwise it should be also work as well. So yeah, that's all in this videos. We'll see you in the next tutorial video. So I just hope you understand. See you in next tutorial video.